8.3, example 5. This is modeling with mathematics, so it's like a real world situation. A group of friends is launching water balloons. The height f of t equals negative 16t squared plus 80t plus 5 represents the height in feet of the first water balloon t seconds after it is launched. The height of the second water balloon after t seconds after it is launched is shown in the graph. So we're looking at this graph for the second balloon. Which balloon went higher? So let's understand the problem. You're given a function that represents the height of the first balloon. The height of the second balloon is represented graphically. You need to find and compare the maximum heights of the water balloons. Let's make a plan. To compare the maximum heights, represent both functions graphically. You can use a graphing calculator to graph this function, negative 16t squared plus 80t plus 5, in the appropriate viewing window, which means you have to change the window so you can see the entire parabola. Then you can visually compare the heights of the water balloons. So that's one way to do it, and that's how they did it in this problem. You could also use the equation up here and find the maximum value just like how we did in example 3. So first we would do x equals opposite of b over 2a, find out what that equals, and then take that value and plug it in for the t's in both of these and find out what that equals. And that would give us the maximum value from this equation without needing our graphing calculator. We can look at the graph of this balloon, the second balloon, and we can just kind of estimate where this maximum height is up here. So if this is 50 and this is 100, that means each spot is 25, making this spot here 125. And this is a little bit more than 125. So let's keep on looking here. Next up, what they did is they graphed it in their graphing calculator and they made their parabola like this. And now we can compare the two graphs. So you can see that the second water balloon reaches a height of about 125 feet, where the first water balloon reaches a height of only about 100 feet. So the second balloon went higher. Just looking back, you can also use the maximum feature in your graphing calculator to determine the maximum value. To get to that maximum feature, you do second calc maximum, and then you can find that number from there, and I'll show you in the next video how you can use your graphing calculator to find it. Let's look at another example, and let's let Big Ideas explain.
Two jugglers toss beanbags in the air. The function h of t equals negative 5t squared plus 5t plus 1 represents the height in meters of a red beanbag after t seconds. The height of a blue beanbag t seconds after it is launched is shown in the graph. Which beanbag went higher? First, enter the function h of t equals negative 5t squared plus 5t plus 1 into your calculator and graph it. Notice that the blue beanbag reaches a maximum height between 2 1/2 and 3 meters. Notice that the red beanbag reaches a maximum height between 2 and 2 1/2 meters. So the blue beanbag went higher.